Today's lesson is March 20th, part 1 for Aiden's Braille. So today you'll need a couple of materials that Mima has. I sent this back last year. It's the foam board with all of the different letters that have the Velcro so you can stick it on the board itself. So you'll need that. Mine's going to look a little different because of the fact that it's a white background, but other than that, you should not have anything different. The words that you did not get, we included with your manipulatives. They'll be in a baggie. It'll look similar to this, okay? So the words that we're going to work on today are, hold on, I'll put them up for you. Gotta get the board. And, the, of, with, and for. So that's and, the, of, with, and for. So I'll give you a few minutes to find this, or you can just pause me until you get those tiles out for him. Make sure that that right corner is beveled and is in the top right corner right here. That'll let you know that the tile is the right way. And while I'm talking about it, I will quickly show you a little bit about this tile system that we have. It's really nice because they're color coordinated for us, but they're symbols that are tactile for Aiden. So he knows by feeling this at the top left corner that this symbol means it's a consonant. If it's a vowel, you'll see that right here we have like a little circle. He knows that's a vowel, and they're yellow for us. So consonant is that line, vowel is the circle. The one thing that is a little tricky with using these tiles is that they aren't really truly spaced like an actual Braille word is. So I like to use this for learning new letters or words, but like for example, if I were to spell out, let me pull off some of these so there's not so cluttered. So if I were to spell the word hat, I'll show you in a minute here, or hay, let's just do hay. Since Mima, you have a farm, that's perfect. Okay, so if you see the word hay down here, H-A-Y, because these tiles are so large, the letters are spread out a little bit more, so it's not typical. Oh, you can do it. It can work. Sorry, my friend's gonna be working in the background. It's not live. So it's not typical that you have the letters this far apart, but it's good for Aiden because that way he can check out the letters. And just having him read again with that right index finger, that would be great. Sometimes he switches to the middle one, and that's fine too. But the word is hay, and you notice how separated those letters are. So again, I use this more for new letters, new instruction, but I don't use it when we're reading sentences. Okay, so like I said, the words that I want you to have for today are these words. So these have a special name, Aiden, and I think you and I talked about this already before, but let's just remember what the term is called. These are called royals. Yes, that's right, royals, because they have a special job. And the special job is that they're always going to stick together if they're next to each other in a sentence. So let me give you an example of what that means, and then we'll go through each one and have Mima read them with you. So you will always see if and the are next to each other in a sentence, in Braille, they stick together, and they're called royals. So and the would be right next to each other with no space. It's pretty cool. Or if you wanted to do for the, again, stuck together because they're royals. Their job is to hang out together. Okay? So that's what's cool about the royals, and it only is for these words. Of, for, and, the, and with. So let's start with the first popular one that we see a lot, and by itself, it's still the, And when it's with another royal, it's still the. Okay? So the is its own symbol. So Aiden, I want you to go ahead and read the. Okay? So the is dots 2, 3, 4, and 6. The. Okay, so I want Mima, or whoever's working with him, to take 2 words. One of them is the, and one of them is another word. You can choose whatever you want and mix it up a little bit. And I want you to have him find which one is the. Do not tell him, let him identify it with his fingers. So go ahead and look at these 2 words, Aiden, and read which one you think is the. Okay, hopefully you picked the right one, the. Okay, so if you want to do that a couple of times, just until Aiden has the same answer consistently every time. What I also would like you to do once, maybe you do 3 independent practices where you set up 2 different words and have him find the right word, the. Then I usually put it in a sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and build a sentence for him. Now, again, using your tile boards, I'm going to build a word, okay, or a sentence. Okay, so this is the first one. Don't say it out loud so he knows that he has to read it. He might need help with this word right here. The next thing. This word, this word, this word, and the last one. Okay, so here's the first word, second word, third word, fourth word. So starting with the beginning, using your right index finger, Aiden, go ahead and read this first word. Now this is a braille shape with 2 of them in there, 2 braille shapes. The second one is a vowel. So if you're having a hard time finding out what that first letter is, go to the next one and you should be able to feel what that vowel is. Okay, so the first letter is a W, and the second is a E. So this should say we. And here is your next word. You know this word. We. Oops, sorry. That's right, it's like. There's that fun royal, but it's hanging out by itself. The, and then, oh, this is another word that we haven't seen yet today. This is the first letter. He should be able to identify that, Mima. The second letter, he should be able to, and he should be able to use the context clues to figure out that it's an animal. That's right, Eden. It says we like the cat. Good job. I did get the like button, but I don't know where I put it. It's weird. Okay. So, first word that we learned today that's a royal, and we've seen this a lot, we've been practicing, is the. Anytime you have a chance, Mima, try to throw in the, or whoever's working with him, try to throw in the in his sentences so that way he gets used to it, because this is an important word, as you know, when reading, but also it is one of his trick words. Okay, so we'll put the over there. And the next word, he knows this one. We've practiced this one quite a bit, but we're going to review it real quick. I'm going to put these over here. Okay. The next word that he learns that's part of the royal family is the word for. Okay. And what's cool about for, Aiden, is remember all 6 cells are raised. Okay. So when you read this by itself in a sentence, it stands for the word for, not the number for, the word for, F-O-R. And it's only one Braille symbol. So when you're practicing spelling the word, Aiden, you need to be able to know that it's F-O-R, but in Braille, it's just these 6 cells that are raised, okay? And we've read a lot with 4 in them, like when we read the book, Can I go for a ride? So for is really important because we see that a lot when we read. So I'm going to, again, have you choose two different words. Maybe it would be nice to choose this one right here because this is something that he's just been practicing. And again, have him find which one is the target word, which would be for in this case, okay? Do 3 or 4 of those examples, and then we're gonna build a sentence. So if you wanna pause this while you do instruction with him, that's great, and I'll set up the sentence. Okay, so I'm going to build a word or a sentence. Okay, so the sentence I'm going to write is this one. I don't have, I want to try this. Okay. All of my words are missing. So we're going to just do this. I apologize. Again, we're just kind of trying to figure this out, but I'm going to put these 3 words together. It's not a complete sentence, Aiden, but it still gets that practice of seeing that word inside of a sentence. So the first word I want you to go ahead and read. And you guys can make up any sentence. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. The important thing is that he's getting practice of recognizing this target word within a sentence. So Aiden, again, not a complete sentence, but we'll go ahead and read this together. The first word is for because all 6 cells are all raised. Here's that second one. You know this one. That's easy. That's right. It's A. And then this next one. Look at that letter. Don't guess. It's not an L, but it's the other letter. It has the B sound. B. L. Bell. For a bell. I wanted to say I want to look for a bell, but I didn't have any of the other words. So for a bell. Okay, for today, we're going to stop, and I'm going to have you practice the words for and the words the. And just do some independent work. And I'm going to get on again, and I'm going to do a lesson with the other ones. But we want to keep the lessons short because of the fact that when you're reading Braille, we don't want to overstimulate. It's usually 15 minutes per lesson, and then we take a brain break. So if he wants to do cosmic yoga or listen to a song right now, that would be great. Okay, see you soon.